who will not talk to you and your wife in your bed. Which time I did it again? It's not possible. So immortality at that level is in a cloud. Where? That's why people like us who are just staying, we chose to be like this. Now, there is something I want to share with you here. On the sin of every man, we find him out. Now, please hear me. I want to bless you with it. Not very short, not from religious concept. Not from religious. Please, if I ask you, which of the humanity, which part of your humanity that represents your information, and how grievous it is? I want people to give me gifts before I explain this and go away from it. For those of us who are not married, I want to show you something. But I'm going to get this from 3 people. Before I point something to you that will help you. Because their foundation is laid on grievous humanities. It is not every humanity that is grievous. That's why the Bible said there are sin unto death. That's what I mean, grievous humanities. There are certain weaknesses in some foundations that when they are there in that foundation, God must destroy that foundation totally. But there are sins that are not unto death because they are not grievous. I said they are not. Please. There are sins you commit against yourself. That is your business. But there are sins people sin against God. And it's unforgivable. Some sins are unforgivable. Have you seen why you gave offering? I said some sins. Can I help you more with it? Can I help you more with that? I said some sins are what? Do you know? Let me make it clear. Do you know in the book of 1 John chapter 5 where the Bible said there are sin unto death? Did you know that? Do you know where it is in the Bible? Or should I read it? 1 John chapter 5. All unrighteousness is sin, but there is sin unto death. Chapter 5 verse 17. Go ahead. He said all unrighteousness is what? And there is a sin unto. When the Bible says a particular sin is unto death, it means the sin is unforgivable. It's one of my best gifts for you in 2024. What I'm telling you. Now, when you want to get married, you saw a man in Lagos, you will not say yes to the man until you go to his father's house. And don't go to his father's house only to find out from there. Find out from the village people the story of that family, to know whether that family are family that commits sin unto death. Whether there are people that commit sin unto death. There are roots that commit sin unto death. see, because when you married there, you will be part of that sin unto death. Your children will be counted with it. So you're not even marrying a man, you're marrying a root. Now this is, I'm going to make a book on religion is a servant of the land. That means religion will still go when ordinance will start. That is why when somebody wants to get married, he starts speaking in tongues. He said he was praying, God revealed to him and said, shameful revelation. Go and find out from where that man came from and make necessary inquiry to know. You see, because revelation you are seeing in the night is a little part of abundance of info that is inside the root that you will get from people when you ask them in the afternoon. Now, if you read verse number, the verse before in that scripture, the Bible said there are sin unto death. Verse 16. If a man see his brother sin a sin which is not unto death, he shall ask, and it shall be give him life for them that sin not unto death. That is a sin unto death. But the first one said, somebody can sin a sin that is not unto death. And then he said there is a sin unto death. There is also a sin that is not unto death. If you pray and tell me that your heart is going to be large, when I come back here on Friday, I will tell you how to get miracles, how to get impossible things happen in 2024. I will leak a secret to you. Too much secret. If you look at 16, some people don't know. Some people don't know on this earth that there are human beings on this earth. Other human beings should give them life if they must continue to live. Now, if you're supposed to take life from a man to live, go and tell the man to give you life and not God. I said, tell that man to give you life. Stop worrying God. God does not give men life. Men give life to themselves. I came that you might have life. Now he said, did he say that my father will give you life? Is it what Jesus said? The thief come here but to steal, but I came so that I can give you life. You left the person that will give you life, say God should give you. How? If I say this now, some people get angry, so let me not even say it. Now, but the reason that some people are suffering is because people who should give them life to live, they leave them and say God should give them life. Which God? God cannot give man life. Men give life to themselves. I came that you might have life. That is a statement of a man. Battle a man will make up his mind to end in your life. He says God, I will fight it. How? Get favor from the man so that he can end that problem. You left the man and you're worrying God. He has already given you the man. If you get favor from God, you will get it from a man. Some of us, you end it with favor with God. Churches, can I continue with something to help you? Let me read one more scripture. Wait. I'm about to tell you something very powerful. When the Jews gathered, when Herod, through a snake girl, killed John, God was watching the scene. God was what? Watching the scene. God was watching the scene, that scene, and God allowed John to die. Do you know why God allowed John to die? When John died, things continued as usual. Because John didn't have origin in God. When they arrested Jesus, because Jesus is the Son of God, a red light appeared before the throne. What? when they took John and put him in prison in the house of Herod, red light didn't appear. Red light didn't, because there was no direct connection between God and John. John was son of Zechariah, a mighty prophet. God was angry, but there was no direct connection. But when they took the Son of God, the Son of God, Jesus, red light came out of God and brought a lamb before the throne. And God was warning the Jews. He said, you cannot kill my son like you killed John, because this son is me. So Jesus was already in God. When they took Koboko and flogged Jesus, God shook, because the Koboko, the flog that landed on Jesus also landed on God. Maybe you didn't hear what I said. I said the Koboko that landed on Jesus landed on the Jesus in God. So when they landed zap on Jesus, it came on God. And the zap human being decided to flog God 39 times. It wasn't enough for them. They carried God and went and crucified him. And God was crying for men. That is unforgivable. There is nothing the Jews can do on this earth to get it erased. They will pay an eternal price, because that is a sin unto death. Let me tell you how it will concern you. It's not that when you talk against John the Baptist that God will not punish you, or punish whoever they want to punish. There are men of God that when you use your mouth and speak against them, the door of favor will end in your life permanently. There might not be many on it. If you use your tongue to talk against a man, that when his name is called, God will appear, you will not have God. Excuse me, God supervised Hitler, roasted the 6 million Jews in that plant. Do you know what it means to roast a human being? 6 million Jews in gas plant in Germany. That is 6 million. He will remove their cloth and throw them inside that chamber until 1, 2, 3, 6 million. They were there screaming and they died like animals, because they committed sin that is unto death. Unforgivable sin. 12 of the book of Matthew. I told them in the night, you are here, you're hearing to be talking against the act of God in their lives. If a man is not your servant, is he not righteous enough for you to leave the man alone and leave him unto his God? Are you more righteous than God? If God wants to punish the man, is God not enough? So why you took over? Why you took over talking against that man? If because you want to do the duty of God for God? Or are you saying that God is weak? Or you can see clearer than God? Somebody put your hand together for Jesus. I bless somebody already. Put your hand together for Jesus. Even you who get busy, who do you think you are? May you not open your mouth to talk against somebody who is better than you. I hate to tell people, some of these people who criticize preachers, I say, don't criticize them. Start a ministry and do it the way you think it should be done. Yes. If all the men of God are not doing it right, start a church and do it right, and then we'll start coming to your church. Since you're already an angel. I think it would be better to start a church. It will pay you more. At least you'll be anointed. I'll start a perfect church. Put your hand together for Jesus. I've tried in it. Was I able to open somebody's eyes everywhere? You who is talking against the man of God, you're not even near perfection. So can you close your mouth? You're not even close. You don't even know who you are. A girl married a man, she couldn't even keep a family. She couldn't keep a family. She divorced her husband and started talking against men of God. You couldn't keep an ordinary family of 6 people. And they're talking about a man that have branches like up to 150. Church, is it much? Was I able? I'm not criticizing people. I'm trying to help. Now, I'm trying to help so that anger of God will reduce. When Moses started praying for Aaron and Miriam, God said to Moses, "It's the sin of Miriam. She must be a leprous." But the good thing, because Miriam too was a beautiful girl in that camp, Johnny didn't continue because Miriam now is a leper. But the leper was an important leper, so the Johnny couldn't go until she was healed. And I pray for you, may you be relevant anywhere you're found. As a Miriam was a relevant girl, it's not something to be a relevant person. Achieve it. It's encouraging. That time she was leprous. The journey to promised land stopped for 7 days. Because it wasn't only Moses that was important. Miriam was also a prophetess. So when she had a problem, they couldn't go. Because the journey involved her. That's what I'm talking about, relevance. Or to reward the righteous. That is why when I am through with preaching, I will remove my jacket and I will start prayer for another 3 hours. Don't worry about the heat. 6. We're going to start second service. If you look at 4:17 of Peter, 1 Peter, the book of 1 Peter 4:17, it says, as long as I am breathing, I will always worship you. I will not be silent. I will always worship Hosea chapter 4:17 says, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? Now, why I read that scripture is because judgment is on in 2024. Now, it will get to everybody. Now, put your house in order. There is no human being. Promotion or demotion does not come until judgment is accomplished. A lot of evil survive around people because they are subjected to judgment. There is a level of laziness and complacency that somebody will manifest. After a time, he will be judged. His name will be written permanently in the book of poverty. There's a level of shame somebody will tolerate after a time. After a time. That's why I told you that by 6 I would have moved Locust Army forward. Through this heat. Through the revelation. Because God rewards labor. The earth is meant for travelers. That people who want to move their life forward every day. We started prayer chain yesterday. That prayer chain is recorded. I say it's recorded. 1 or 2 branches around Lagos Army is also in that, and it's also recorded. I also see people who are praying outside Lagos that it is also recording for them. I saw them this morning.